Not everyone likes their ears penetrated with buds covered in rubber ear tips, so we have the Oneplus Nord Buds CE today, so you can feel that intimate sensation of bare plastic inside your ears. Hey guys, I am Siddharth and these are priced very well at just 2300 rupees, and you are getting some features that you don't find in this price bracket, so let's check out how good they sound. Inside the box, you will find a red charging cable along with some manuals, and usually I don't mention stickers, but if you have to include something, a silly sticker like this is quite fun to have. Then we of course get to the boring stuff like the earbuds in their case. The case of the Nord Buds CE feels really nice in hand, and the plastic here feels quite decent in quality for something in this price range. The buds and the lid snap very nicely into their places, and they also pair quickly to your phone just as you open their lid, which is again not common in budget earphones. Now these have that earbud design which doesn't go inside your ears, so the fit is not going to be the same for everyone. I do have ears that are above average in size, so even Apple Airpods don't fit very well, and so these also feel a bit too small in my ears, but I think that for most people they are going to fit nicely. Comfort is of course an advantage of a design like this, because they just sit inside your ears without blocking them, and the buds are also very light, so you can really wear these easily for long periods. You do feel the pressure on your outer ear, so it's not like they feel like you're not wearing anything, but the non-sealed in feeling is good to have, and being able to hear yourself helps a lot when you're talking on the phone. The Nord Buds CE have touch controls that work quite well, and the touch area is also marked in a nicely subtle way. Even though by default you can only change to the next or previous track with the double tap, you can use the Hey Melody app to set a play pause action to the single taps, and you can also set the triple tap to launch Google Assistant and to activate the low latency mode. There is no volume control, but it is really nice to see that you can pretty much do everything with the touch controls that work well. They connect using Bluetooth 5.2 and they support AAC codec for high quality playback, and as I said earlier, they pair very quickly to your phone just as you open their lid. They even have a low latency mode for gaming, and even with my non-OnePlus phone, the latency does get decently low. If you have a OnePlus phone, then they say that you will get an even lower latency of 94 milliseconds, but I don't think that OnePlus phones are that hot in 2022. And this is a mic test for the Oneplus Nord Buds CE, and they actually sound really nice for true wireless earphones. The people on the other side said that I sounded good, and you can also hear yourself while using these, which makes talking more comfortable, so these are really nice for using for phone and video calls. The total battery life on these is 20 hours, which is pretty decent, and I measured 4.5 hours of runtime on the earbuds, which is the exact figure OnePlus advertises. They also have fast charging, so 10 minutes of juicing up will give you 3 hours of playback when using the case. We also have an IPX4 water resistance rating here, so they will be safe from splashes of water. Coming to the sound quality, I do think that it is pretty good for an earbud designed true wireless earphone in this price range. OnePlus does highlight their bass performance with big 13.4mm drivers, and I have to say that I am quite surprised at how good their bass is, because they sit kind of loose in my ears and they are still able to deliver very good bass. If you get a very tight fit in your ear, the bass can feel a little overboosted in their default setting, but for most people, this boosted bass will result in a very balanced bass presentation because of the lack of a design that seals your ears, and I think that is really nice to have for earbuds of this type. The vocals on these do have a boost in their upper range, so even though the overall quality of the sound is nice, the singers are not going to sound great because their voices don't feel very full, and even the general dialogues in movies don't feel very natural because they can feel a bit nasally. You will get used to it, and you can also use an equalizer with these settings to tone their upper mid-range and treble down a bit, which makes them sound more balanced. OnePlus does offer equalizer presets in their Hey Melody app, which are not the same thing as a custom equalizer, but you will not need to change this anyways because all the presets except the bass preset sounded too bright to me. The treble is decent on these. Even though the soundstage is wide because of their open sounding design, the instrument separation isn't very good. Now the in-ear earphones will sound better and more balanced than these overall, but this is just a different type of product that offers its own advantages. So even though the sound could have been more balanced, I think that they sound good for the price, and you can again use equalizer to make them sound better. So overall, I have to say that the Oneplus Buds Nord CE have a needlessly complicated name that is too close to their other product. But you are getting an earbud designed true wireless earphone pair that offers a very solid feature set, and it just feels like a more expensive product than its price tag of 2300 rupees. They connect very quickly, the touch controls work very well, the low latency mode actually works, they are great for using on calls, and the sound quality is also good with surprisingly punchy bass, and even though the mids don't sound amazing, the overall sound is good. So if you are looking for an earbud style true wireless earphone on a budget, then these are a really great option that almost don't have any disadvantages. And that will be it for this video. I'll have links to check these out in the video description. Thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe with bell, comment something, and I'll see you in the next one.